Hotep family, I'm coming to y'all live and direct. Just cut straight through the chase. This is about the Baltimore Riot. My take on it, my input on the whole situation, being that I am a revolutionary freedom fighter, and I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors and my forefathers and mothers. It's more than right for real soldiers and sisterins and brethren, real soldiers, stand up and speak out. So let's get to it. Was it practical for our people to make this move? One, no. Number two, was it so-called good or bad? Let me break it down to this third dimension of overstanding. See, this is the thing. When you start a war, you have to have certain tactics. You have to have a real military base. See, us as being the so-called black people, we don't have anything here. Okay? We don't have any doctors. We don't have any hospitals, any food supply. We don't have enough machinery, bullets. We don't have enough clothing. We don't have a lot of things that the military have that we don't, and we're not prepared for. So they use code words as sheriff and officers and police and this stuff. But the real deal here now in Baltimore is that they wanted our people to do the ignorance and the foolishness that we indulge ourselves into by tearing down our own communities. Now, I'm gonna shapeshift the energy. I say foolish and ignorant, all that stuff, right? At the same breath, it was a good thing. It wasn't practical, but it was a good thing. Why? It made our people realize that we do have enough sense to come together for something. See, us as black people in this country, we know how to tear down stuff. That's why most of us are contractors, demolition, and they give us these type of jobs. They take the Negro, man and woman, they put you out there in them fields and make you work, slave over a couple of dollars. You understand what I'm saying? So basically at the end of the day, what you have to understand is that when you are in war with any group of people on this planet, you better have a plan. The so-called black man and woman started a war against these Europeans that they wasn't prepared to deal with. And on the other hand, I'm just breaking this down because I'm just going to break it down. I hear on the news that they say the Crips and the Bloods and the so-called guerrilla black movement or family then got together to fight against local cops. That was a false statement. The reason why they are using these particular groups is because there's the only people, we are all we got. It wasn't no daggone red, no Bloods and Crips and no RBG movement or some daggone some guerrilla movement, nothing. These was children making a false move on military men. If you notice on the riot, nobody's shooting. Everybody throwing rocks. You notice on the riot, none of the cops really respond to what they was doing. They burnt down CVS. They burnt down this. They then kicked in the liquor store. Yes, do it. That's what the Europeans sit back and said, the real leaders of the city. Let them Negroes go out there and do this. Because they got a different war tactic that they're going to attack you with. See, in military war tactics, the first thing the chief commander do, is wait for the attacker to attack. Because once he see you attack, then he know how to approach the situation. We as so-called black people always quick to run to do something and not organize. After the war, now he's ready to attack. Think about it, brothers and sisters. Now, this is for everybody, even myself. Every so-called black person in America is under attack. Now, think it's a joke because they showing you the Crips and the Bloods and the RBG movement. Who else there on the streets, man? Who else there? These are the same groups that used to fight against territory. Now they come together to fight against local police officers and the military. The local police officers couldn't do anything, so what they do? They call the Big Brother. The Big Brother is the underground militia groups, call themselves the sheriff's officers. These are cold words. And if you watch the press conference that Obama did, one of the press conferences, he said every person that was out there would pay. This is a code. This is a code. See, what we did was we fought. We fought, fight. We always fighting. We always doing some shit to tear down stuff. But are you prepared to guide and protect the women, the elders? We burning down houses. We setting stuff on fire, but not understanding that your own environment is your hell that you gonna live in. Negroes out there throwing bottles and turning up fire with no gas mask. All that soot is going into your lungs. You notice when they did that fire at that Rite Aid, they walked up. After the daggone fire, it's already blazed. No firefighters nowhere. They wasn't even stopping this stuff. All the toxic waste is going right into your environment. We don't have no gas masks. We don't have no water supply. We don't have no food put up. All we do is supply ourselves with drugs and ignorance and fear and crime. The real reason why those young brothers and sisters that was out there doing that stuff, ride and turn up the city, is because they are in fear. And this is a germ, a disease that the Europeans put in the minds of so-called black men. And now the children are being poisoned with foolishness, thinking that you're going to run out there and throw rocks at a goddamn European with 45s and extra clips on their side. None of the so-called RBG movement or the so-called Bloods and Crips gave none of you Negroes guns or protection. When we ride around in Hummers and SUVs and shit, and we ain't got nothing to protect our families with, to ride around in. They come through with their tanks now. Baltimore is under martial law, been under martial law. Every 52 states in America is under martial law for all so-called black men and women. This is a message to y'all brothers and sisters to get it together, man. For real. Okay, now, all right. What is the solution? The solution is not about fighting and killing if you don't have a plan. The plan is to get organized because the war is on now. We started a war. I said we because every so-called black man and child in this country, in our country, we are the real natives of America. Christopher Columbus is a daggone lie. This is no joke. This is red. See, the red, black, and green flag is already flown. Why aren't the red, black, and green flag was flowing out there the day of the riot? Why wasn't in the Bloods of the Crips out there throwing up their their flags? Now we throw up the white flags to surrender, and the Europeans like, oh nigga, you said that you was bad. You niggas said y'all was bad. You know what the white man like to do to us? The so-called white man? He like to send germs. He don't like to shoot and kill for real. What he like to do, he like to send out his little friends, his scientists. You foolish Negroes in Baltimore and everywhere else running out there because of our brothers and sisters getting murdered by these cops. You don't fight that way. You organize and train yourself. If you're going to start a war, you better be prepared to fight to the end. Now, black people love to start stuff. So-called black people love to start stuff and don't finish it. So now the war is supposed to be over with. It just started. Now all you young brothers and sisters out there better take time out to watch this video and listen. Because this is real talk. This is not no joke. You put me, my mom, your mom, everybody else's mother that's melanated on this planet in a serious situation. We have come to a time now, protesting and stuff is getting out of control, right? But this riot was set forth and it was organized by Europeans and their war tactic. This was a war tactic and genocide on the so-called black community. And they already said that the young black kids is not in control. These Negroes is 3/5 of a human being. You 3/5 of a human being, brothers and sisters. 3/5 of a human being. They could have easily sprayed everybody out that joint. If you don't know, look up the movement out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, up here in Philly. And what they did to the move. They sent their military through and threw bombs, atomic bombs, and blew up the whole daggone block. So if they really want to make mass destruction, which they will, okay, but see, the thing is with black people, we self-destruct. All those burning houses, all those different chemicals and stuff is in your air and also in your water system. You Negroes think y'all did something up there? They already poisoned the food with GMO chemicals. They already poisoned the water. You already dead. You the walking dead. You the zombie, young brothers and sisters. You the zombie. You better wake up. And Ray Lewis, this is for you. You coward. You gonna sit and talk about all this crap. Where is your hummus? Your protection for our people. You telling the kids go home. Go home? How you gonna go home? Go home? Go home where? Christopher Columbus came here and raped and stole the land. Noble Drew Ali told us to stand on our nationality and on our birthrights. We are natural, organic beings that come from the Creator. Most of us. We are organic children of the Creator. We are not labeled black, colored, Negro, and all these different derogatory names that don't stand up or don't give us no type of nationality of people. So that's the real war. The real war is not these little riots that you Negroes going out here doing. You quit, you kill your own daggone self. War is on and it's been on for years. And they was waiting for dumb young kids to make a move out of fear and emotions because they killed one of our little young brothers. It's not fair. And look, at the end of the day, y'all, did they give us the problem? Did they give us the solution to the problem? Did they give you the real no? Because we still don't know what happened and why they did what they did. They're not going to tell you. They even said it on the news and they're going to tell us what they're going to do. And all those brothers and sisters out there clean up all that mess after what we do. Because we got, now the city ain't going to pay for that. You know daggone well no waste management gonna pick up them contracts to go take your shit to the dump when they gotta pay for that. Brothers and sisters, wake up. The environment needs your help. Mother Nature is calling amongst us. This is the RBG movement for real, for real. And RBG is real. Huey P. Newton, RBG. Marcus Messiah Garvey, RBG. Noble Drew Ali, RBG. Bobby Seale, RBG. Okay? And I could go on and on and on. The revolution would never be televised. And the stuff that's on the media, okay? These are Greek mythology, Greek gods that we're calling on. Media is a bunch of bull crap. They're not showing a real revolution. Salute.